Hello guys, in this video we will be talking about how to remember the diameters of fetal skull. We know there are anterior, posterior and transverse diameter. So I'll give you super easy mnemonic so that you remember it and you do not forget the diameter. Okay guys, so this can be asked like as an MCQ based question or maybe for 4th year as a short question, 4 marks question, write a short note on fetal skull guys. Okay. So see, if we talk about the fetal skull guys, see if we talk about anything we should know how is it formed, what are the boundaries guys, what are the bones contributing. So let's see if you can see the photo. We have in the beginning we have the frontal bone guys, okay, and between the two frontal bone guys is the frontal suture guys, okay. See now behind the frontal bone guys is the parietal bone. You can see these are the two parietal bone guys, okay, and between the two parietal bone is a suture which is known as the sagittal suture guys, okay. So see now there you can see a diamond shape area that is between the frontal suture guys, and that is between the frontal suture, that is between the coronal suture guys, and that is between the sagittal suture. So this diamond shape area is formed by the fusion of 4 suture guys, okay. So this diamond shape area is known as the anterior fontanelle guys, or it is also known as guys bragma, okay. Now coming on to the posterior fontanelle guys. This posterior fontanelle, this is also known as the lambda guys, okay. See if you look at the shape, it looks like a lambda guys, this triangular area form. So this is formed by the fusion of lambdoid suture guys, okay, and it is formed by the fusion of sagittal suture, okay. So this were the bones that were contributing in the formation of fetal skull and the suture. See frontal suture between the two frontal bone guys, coronal suture. See this is the coronal suture like a crown. Suppose that you are wearing a crown, so that is between the frontal suture and the parietal bone guys. Now coming on guys to the sagittal suture. See the photo below guys. So where is sagittal suture guys? That sagittal suture, it is between the two parietal bones guys, okay. So between the two parietal bone you have the sagittal suture guys, and now you see the lambdoid suture guys, okay. So lambdoid suture is between the parietal bones and the occipital bone. So this one is the occiput guys, okay. So this is a view from the top of the head. If you look, what do you see guys? See you have the frontal suture followed by the frontal bone, followed by the anterior fontanelle, followed by the coronal suture, followed by the sagittal suture, and on both sides followed by the bones, and on posteriorly by the lambdoid suture, followed by the posterior fontanelle or the lambda, and the occipital bone behind guys, okay. So see guys, so we saw that there are presence of fontanelle. So why did the god give a space there, okay, that membranous space? The bones are not joined. Why? In order to facilitate the molding. So what is molding? So what happens that when there is the descent of the fetal head into the maternal pelvis, there is the compression guys. So in order to prevent the structures under the skull getting compressed, so they have the membrane so that the bones can slip over each other. So what happens during the process of molding? Frontal bones, this slide under the parietal bone guys, okay. Parietal bone override over each other, and this parietal bone further goes under the occipital bone. So this prevent the damage to the internal organ guys. Now what are the degrees of head of molding guys? See there are 3 degrees, 4 degrees. 0 when the suture lines are separate, okay. Grade 1 suture lines meet each other guys, but can be separated very easily. Grade 2 suture lines overlap and it can be separated by applying mild pressure guys. Grade 3 even after applying pressure it does not, so it is irreducible guys. Now coming on to the various presenting parts of the fetal skull. What is vertex, what is face presentation, what is brow presentation, and various terminology that will come across guys, okay. So see, first of all we'll talk about what is vertex presentation guys. So this vertex presentation guys, it is a quadrangular area which is bounded by, see, it is bounded anteriorly by the bragma, posteriorly by the lambda or the posterior fontanelle and the lambdoid suture, and laterally by the arbitrary line passing through the parietal eminence. See, so what is basically vertex if you see in the image guys? So basically this is the vertex guys. A line from the anterior fontanelle, posterior fontanelle, and on both sides by the parietal eminence. So guys, this is basically the lambda guys. This is basically the vertex. Now coming on to the face guys. So think, what is face? The face is the line. It is the area bounded by the root of the nose guys. That is known as root of the nose along with the supraorbital rays. till the mentum, guys. Okay, till the junction between the chin or the floor of the mouth. Chin is also known as mentum, guys. Okay, so when do you see the face presentation? FAC, face C, that is complete extension, and it is fully extended, guys. Okay, now coming on to the brow presentation. So this brow presentation, it extends from the area from the root of the nose, guys, this wala part. Okay, and to the supraorbital rays, okay, to the bregma, that is the anterior fontanelle. So this part, guys. Okay, so this is basically the brow presentation. Then comes the sinciput, guys. You can see the image sinciput. So sinciput is the area which is in front of the anterior fontanelle. So this is the anterior fontanelle, area in front of the anterior fontanelle, that is the forehead area, guys. Now occiput. Occiput is the area bounded by the occipital bone. See this area. Now coming on to the mentum. Mentum is also known as chin, guys. Now parietal eminence. On both sides of the parietal bone, the most prominent point, guys, is the parietal eminence. Now coming on to the subocciput. What does the name suggest? It is behind the occiput. That is, if you go behind your occipital protuberance, what is there? It is actually the nape of the neck, guys. Then coming to the submentum, that is below the chin or behind the chin. So behind the chin, what you will find? That is junction between the neck and the chin, guys. Okay. So see, we talked about the various presentation: brow, face, occiput, vertex. We talked about the various presenting part, guys. Okay. Now talking about what is the anterior-posterior diameter and what are the transverse diameter and how can you remember it. So guys, first of all, try to remember like whether it is vertex presentation, brow presentation or the face. So if you see vertex as the presenting part, the vertex that I drew, it should come up. So think about how will it come up. So in order to have the vertex presentation, you need to flex the head. Means when you flex the head, what happens? Your chin touches the sternum area. So try flexing your head, guys. Okay. So when the chin touches the sternum, think of the maximum diameter. You have chin down and on the top you have the presence of bregma, guys, anterior fontanelle. So if there is complete flexion, guys, that is suboccipitobregmatic diameter. Okay. Now think, if there is incomplete flexion, guys, try that you don't completely touch, you touch little less. So what will come? That is suboccipito. Okay. That is suboccipito, guys, the maximum diameter as suboccipitofrontal diameter. Instead of bregma, it will go to frontal. Now think about it is marked deflex, guys. Okay. So what will there? Instead of suboccipito, it will be occipito and frontal will be there, guys. Okay. So this were the three cases in vertex presentation, guys. Okay. Now coming on to the brow presentation, guys. Okay, so think brow is what? It is the area that is anterior to the anterior fontanelle and between the root of the nail. So you want that to come as the presenting part. So how you need to put the attitude of the fetus? That is partial extension. Okay, so partially you are extending so that you can see the brow presentation. Okay, now coming on to the face presentation. So see, when face will come in complete extension, guys. Complete extension or also in incomplete extension. Okay, so now try to completely extend your head. What is the maximum diameter? Think, guys, try on yourself. That is submentum, that is coming behind the chin, and that is bregma, submentobragmatic. And if you do partially or incomplete extension, what will come, guys? Submentovertical, guys. Okay, now see, now we need to remember the things. What are the diameter? See, a general rule here everywhere, like whenever the term bregma come, guys, no more thinking, it's like 95 centimeter. Okay, now 9.5 centimeter, guys. So how can you remember? You can be remember bregma, begging, old ma is begging. So that is basically says 95 years old. So you remember it as 9.5 centimeter, guys. So these two diameter are sorted for you, guys. Suboccipitobregmatic and submentobragmatic, guys. These two diameters sorted. See, now on vertex presentation, there were three things: complete extension, complete flexion, incomplete flexion, and marked deflection, guys. Okay, so see, complete was 9.5. Now just go on increasing diameter. Okay, incomplete is 10.5. Okay, that is suboccipitofrontal. Now coming on to the occipitofrontal, that is 11.5. Also see how you can remember suboccipitofrontal, guys. SOF. Okay, make F take 1, guys. Okay, 1. O will be O, S will be 0.5, that is 10.5, guys. See. Okay, now coming on to the occipitofrontal, guys. Okay, OF, just do, okay, OF is, guys, 11.5, okay. Now coming on, guys, to the mentovertical. So this is a very good mnemonic, guys. See, BMV, that is Be My Valentine, guys. Okay. So if you ask someone to be my Valentine, when is Valentine Day celebrated, guys? That is on 14th November. That is on 14th Feb, guys. So that is 14 centimeter, guys. Okay. Now coming on to the phase that is complete and incomplete extension, guys. So Bregma is sorted for yours 9.5, and the other one that is an incomplete extension, mento vertical. Vertical means straight vertical line, and submento means a part of it, that is 11.5. Two straight line will make vertical, and mento a part of it, that is 0.5, guys. Okay. See, now this all the things that I discussed, I tried to show in the form of a image, guys. See, this is the frontal bone, parietal bone, anterior fontanelle, sphenoid fontanelle, mastoid fontanelle, posterior fontanelle. So we have anterior and posterior fontanelle, which are important. See, for anterior fontanelle, you need to remember it is a diamond shaped fontanelle, guys, and it ossifies at 18 months after birth. So a question is asked, which is the last fontanelle to ossify in child? That is anterior fontanelle, guys. Okay. See, now is the posterior fontanelle, that is a triangular shaped fontanelle, and it ossifies within less than a year, guys. Okay, see, now this is an image based showing all the dimension. Think about a dimension and try to know. See, I have taken this two, guys. See, that is behind the mentum, that is submento, and the topmost point, that is vertex. So it is, which diameter it is, guys? Submento vertical diameter, guys. Think about, when do you get submento vertical diameter, guys? So submento vertical diameter you get in incomplete extension, guys. Now how to remember the diameter? Okay, submento vertical means true straight line, and submento a part of it, that is 11.5 centimeter, guys. See, you can check. Submento vertical is 11.5, guys. Okay, now coming on to the other one, that is, I will take this 2 point, guys. See, what is that? There is mentum and there is vertex, guys. That is mento vertical. So mento vertical is which one, guys? That is BMB, V my Valentine. That will be 14 centimeter, guys. Okay. So try doing all this, and you will try to recall what I have said, guys. Okay. See, so this is basically a similar thing which shows the photo of all the diameter, guys. Okay. Try to solving. See, I'll say this too. I'll try. Okay. See, for you guys. Okay. So which one is this? See, this one is the frontal part. Okay, guys. And this one, guys, is the occiput, guys. So this is which diameter, guys? This is occipitofrontal diameter. Okay, guys. So what did I say, guys? Occipitofrontal diameter, guys. So we had 3 diameter. 9.5, that was suboccipitobregmatic. Then suboccipitofrontal was 10.5. Occipitofrontal is 11.5, guys. So this is 11.5 centimeter, guys. Okay, see, so this completes the anterior posterior diameter, guys. Okay, anterior posterior diameter. Now coming on, guys, to the transverse diameter. Okay, see, for transverse diameter, what do we need to remember? Remember this mnemonic MTP, guys. Okay, so first of all, M for mastoid diameter. Think about mastoid is below, so it's very small, guys. That is 7.5. Then coming on to the bitemporal diameter, guys, and coming on to the biparietal diameter, for P for parietal diameter. Okay, so this is also 9.5. So a question may be asked, which one of the following diameter is not 9.5? So recall all the diameter which are 9.5. That is suboccipitobregmatic. Okay, then submentobregmatic, guys. And the other one, guys, that is biparietal diameter. Okay. So no confusing, guys, which one is 9.5. Also this parietal piece P can be made into 9, guys, so that you don't confuse which one is 9.5, guys. Okay. So this bitemporal diameter is 8 centimeter, guys. Okay. Now coming on, guys, to the supra-subparietal diameter, guys. See, if you can see the photo, guys, this is the diameter. That is behind one point, that is this side. So this, guys, this is 8.5 centimeter, guys. Okay, this supra-subparietal diameter, guys. So I think, guys, hope this simplifies the topic of anterior, posterior and transverse diameter of fetal skull, guys. Do revise it. This is a summary table, guys, that I have given in the end, that helps you to revise the attitude, presentation and all the other things, guys, that I mentioned. So do revise it. If you find any difficulty, do comment. Do comment me the topic that you want me to simplify. Hope this helps you, guys. Happy learning. Keep reading, guys. Thank you.